In January 1959, 10 experienced cross-country skiers set out into the brutal wilderness of the northern Ural Mountains in the Soviet Union. Their goal? Reach Mount Otorten. One hiker, Yuri Yudin, turned back early due to joint pain. It was a twist of fate that saved his life. The remaining 9, led by 23-year-old radio engineering student Igor Dyatlov, pushed forward. By February 1st, a blizzard blew them off course. They pitched a large tent on the snowy slopes of Kholat Syakhl, a name translated from the local Mansi language as Dead Mountain. They were never seen alive again. When the group failed to send a telegram by mid-February, search parties were dispatched. On February 26th, rescue workers finally located the campsite. What they found baffled investigation teams. The tent was collapsed and buried in snow, but it hadn't been torn open from the outside. It was slashed open from the inside. Personal belongings, heavy coats, and boots were all left behind. 9 sets of footprints, left by feet clad only in socks or entirely bare, led down the slope into the sub-zero night. A mile down the ridge, under a massive cedar tree, searchers found the first 2 bodies, wearing only underwear, sitting near the remains of a small campfire. Nearby, 3 more bodies, including Dyatlov, were frozen in positions suggesting they were trying to crawl back to the tent before hypothermia claimed them. It would take more than 2 months for the remaining 4 hikers to be found, buried under 4 meters of snow in a nearby ravine. If hypothermia explained the first 5 deaths, the last 4 raised terrifying questions. Nikolai Thibault Brignol had suffered a massive skull fracture. Dubinina and Zolotaryov had chest trauma equivalent to a high-speed car crash, yet their skin showed no external bruises, as if crushed by immense pressure. Dubinina was also missing her tongue and eyes. To make matters stranger, Soviet investigators reported trace levels of radiation on several garments, and witnesses at the funerals noted the victim's skin had a strange brownish-orange tint. With no clear answers, the official Soviet investigation closed in May 1959, concluding that the hikers died due to an unknown elemental force. The pass was sealed off for years, giving birth to decades of wild theories. What could cause 9 seasoned hikers to slash through their own shelter and run half-naked into a -30-degree blizzard? For decades, explanations ranged from the plausible to the bizarre. Was it a secret Soviet military test? A missile strike or fuel detonation? Orange spheres had been reported in the night sky by nearby observers around that date. Was it infrasound? Extreme winds whipping over the mountain crest, generating low-frequency sound waves that induce severe panic and disorientation? Or was it paradoxical undressing, a recognized symptom of severe hypothermia, where freezing individuals suddenly feel overwhelmingly hot and strip off their clothes? In recent years, science offered its strongest answer yet. A 2021 study published by Swiss researchers used snow mechanics and biomechanical modeling to show that a rare, delayed slab avalanche likely struck the tent. The hikers had cut a ledge into the slope to pitch their tent, unknowingly destabilizing a dense layer of snow above them. Hours later, heavy katabatic winds deposited enough additional snow to trigger a localized slab fall. The heavy block of snow struck the sleeping group, fracturing ribs and skulls without breaking the skin. Trapped, injured, and terrified of a secondary slide, the survivors cut their way out, evacuated the incapacitated, and made a desperate trek toward the tree line for shelter. In the blinding storm and extreme cold, cold took what the avalanche started. The Dyatlov Pass Incident remains one of history's most chilling mysteries, a tragic collision of harsh nature, unfortunate timing, and human endurance at the edge of survival.